Are you tired of taking L's when it comes to Pump.Fun? Want to make sure you get more wins than losses? Well, today I'm going to teach you guys how to make sure you learn to identify what is actually causing a coin to dump, what is causing a coin to pump, so you could pretty much take a win every single time and almost never lose when it comes to Pump.Fun. Now, of course, a tornado, earthquake, or something could happen where you're probably not in your PC and you'll take an L. But if you follow these steps, you should pretty much never lose in Pump.Fun. Now, remember, this is not financial advice, but I'm going to show you guys the tricks that have helped me to have a very good portfolio where we are mostly always green when it comes to investing in Pump.Fun. So what exactly do we need to do? I'm going to teach you guys exactly what needs to be done. But before I do want to let you guys know, if you want to get into these coins early, want to save on gas fees, want to get some early airdrops, make sure you guys join Bullix. Link is down below. It is going to be revolutionary on the way you trade. I personally recommend it. I have switched from Photon to Bullix just because there's so many really good features in here that are currently right now Photon doesn't have. Now, which Photon will keep up to date. But right now, if you're not trading in Bullix, you're missing out on making generational wealth. With that being said, let's jump right into it. So first things first, guys, I always like to set up a filter. The filter just lets me identify the trash from decent coins that might not rug. So what we're going to do here is we're going to put one social, volume 2,000, market cap 10,000. Now these change dependent on what coin I'm actually looking for. And of course, I will be able to have a separate video when we're like kind of just hunting for coins. Okay, so let's look at this Takashi coin right here. This one looks pretty interesting, but we want to know, okay, is this coin legitimate? Is it not legitimate? So first things first, we notice right here that this dev that actually bought here, it's going to be very important that you pay attention to these icons. I'm going to go over a lot of icons and a lot of information here that is going to be crucial for you to know exactly if this is good. So this one guy bought a lot, all right? He bought a lot of tokens here. But what we want to know, is this person going to rug? Are they not going to rug, right? So we're going to go to holders. Just by looking at the holder count, which is 12, I automatically already know that this coin could be a rugger. The reason is because there's so little holders, and look, just like I was talking, dev sold, the coin rugged, it is going to pretty much death. All right, so that is, you saw how easy it was able to identify. If you would have bought into this one and then you're like, yeah, this looks like it's going somewhere, then you pretty much would have gotten wiped out. So once again, pump vision. So as you see right there, tip number one, always look at the holders. All right, so number two, there are two things that happen here in Pump.Fun. Number one, you get rugged, or number two, you get farmed. Like for example, this Kiki coin, this looks like an extreme farm. And the way you're able to identify if this is a farm or not a farm is if you learn to read the patterns of the chart. So as you see this thing right here, I'm going to highlight it right here. This little looking icons right here, that means the person is using a buy bot. And this buy bot is just kind of generating volume and keeping this in front of the chart. All right, so let's take a look at a coin. So let's look at this one right here. This one looks pretty easy. Camp Meta is currently right now in. We want to know if we're going to get rugged or we're not going to get rugged. So the dev bot actually bought right here. It had a nice little traction. It had a nice little dip at 7K, which is actually pretty good. That means, you know, people are working there. But what we want to look at is we want to look at the holders, 90 holders. I actually, when it's already at 27K, I want to make sure it's at least at 100 holders, but 89 is still pretty decent. What I want to look at is I want to look at the actual people who bought in early. Okay, that's the main thing we're going to be looking for right here. So right here we have the dev. I want to first know if the dev actually created a brand new wallet. So we're going to see that, and we're going to see if the dev actually created a new wallet. So the dev did create a brand new wallet for this particular token. Now, what I want to know is, did his friends buy into this token, or did he buy with a different wallet? So how am I able to identify that? Well, I'm able to identify that by looking at the icons. So if you see right here, this is top holder. That means that they have a lot of tokens in their wallet. This means that they're a dev, and this means that it actually got sniped. So when it says it got sniped, that means that the person actually bought at a very low price. So what I want to look at is I want to look for more little snipe icons. So we're going to go down here, and we're going to see this little snipe icon, and we're going to see where this person actually bought and how much tokens they have. So one thing I want to look for is, this person have more than one token? So he actually has more than one token. So this is actually pretty good, because that means this is a normal trader. They're buying Willy. They bought All Dogs Go to Heaven, and they bought other tokens. Now, this could either mean that the person is actually working with the team, launching different tokens, But we're going to look for another sniper icon. And if I don't see another sniper icon, we're going to look for the smart wallet icon, which is this one right here. And we're going to look at this wallet. So this wallet right here has multiple tokens, okay, 10 tokens. And they have Pepe on fire, I know you know. So this person is actually buying. So this looks like a very decent launch per se. So it's a token I would invest in. I just wouldn't want to get in here too high. I would probably wait for a dip. But what I want to look for is if the holder count is actually moving up while I am, pretty much doing this kind of live trade. So right now I did to 24, and I think a really good entry point for this one would be 20K. But I don't see that this one might go down to 20K. Now, usually what I would do if I wasn't doing a video, I would definitely hop on the TG, and I'm actually going to hop on the TG right now and see how many people are actually in there. Okay, so we're going to go here, hop on the TG here, and verify that there is a good amount of people in the TG and that the TG is active and, people aren't rugging. So right off the bat, the first thing I see here on the TG is a couple things that I kind of, well, maybe I like, maybe I don't like. Number one is there's very little bit amount of people in the VC. So that literally tells me there is not a lot of active community here. And number two is I don't see a lot of typing going on. So what I'm going to do is this is definitely a coin that might do well, but it's not a coin that I'm probably going to get into. So we're going to go over back into Pump.Fun and check this out. So now that you guys know how to identify the filters, now that you guys know how to look, for example, at the icons, I want to show you guys a really good method of how to identify when people within the team also really help out. So let's look at this Lily one. Lily looks like a very cute cat. And the great thing about here is I already know by looking at this chart is going to get farmed. The reason I know this chart's going to get farmed is because of this right here, guys. This is a volume bot actually creating this. Now, this is not extremely bad, but when the volume bot is being used this fast or this early, or after the dev sold, means that someone's actually trying to push this coin just to king of the hill, and they're going to use you as exit liquidity. So being able to identify the signs will let you guys know that you guys are going to avoid getting rugged. So let's look at Hillbilly, which is actually a pretty interesting ticker. So one thing about this ticker we want to know is we want to look at holders, the dev bots. And the thing we want to look at is the snipers. So as you see here, there are a ton of snipers in this wallet, only 2 holders. So that means a lot of people from this team actually bought. But we want to know if are they going to rug us? So the way to identify is by clicking on here and seeing if a new wallet was actually created. So this guy has 79 tokens. That is a normal wallet. So this could be a sniper. We're going to look at this other one right here. This guy has a total of 3 tokens. Okay. Hillbilly, Andrew Tate, and okay, so that looks like a normal account. And we are going to look at one more down here. We're going to look at this one and see if this one has one. So this one has 2 tokens. So what this means to tell me, guys, that the people trading this coin are not legit, not like traders. Traders are actually someone either that's working with the team or there's someone that is actually actively trading like a bot. But usually bots tend to have a lot of tokens. So that's how you're able to differentiate which one's a bot and which is not a bot. And just like I told you, just by knowing that there are brand new wallets buying this token, that gets to tell me that the dev actually sold. And you see right here, I avoided getting rugged once again. So 3 tokens, I was able to avoid me pretty much just losing, right? Just losing out. So that's how you're going to be able to identify if you should get into a token or we shouldn't get a token by learning those parameters. So being able to identify not only the icons, being able to identify if it's a new wallet, being able to identify not only if the dev bought, which is actually really cool, when did he buy, when did he sell, and in addition to that, being able to recognize the icons. It's extremely huge. So there's another one that looks really good, Bully. So Bully looks like a very interesting token. What we want to do is holders 32. I mean, for being at 12K market cap, that is a lot, but what we want to know is, are these new, is this a new one? So this one actually we have, okay, so he has a total of 5 tokens. I'm looking for the sniper icon here. Let's see. Okay, 7 tokens, not bad. And let's look at another one right here. Let's look at this guy right here. Okay, is this a new wallet? 3 tokens. Okay, so these are SPL tokens. So this means that this one right here, I could still make some winning, but eventually I could probably lose. So in this one, you kind of wanted to make sure you got in at 9K. and probably sold like at 15K, because as you see right here, usually these are parameters where people usually sell either 15K or 20K. So that's how you guys want to be able to identify. Let's see if we could get into like a kind of like live trade right now. Let's take a look at Kirby. So Kirby is a very familiar character here. So right here we see the dev bot. Okay, he bought tokens. Now, once again, we're looking for the same thing, guys. Remember, we're looking for holders, and we want to make sure that the tokens, that the ones that actually snipe, that they are not brand new wallets. Because if they're brand new wallets, that means you are going to get sold on, and you want to make sure that the person's actually a trader. So this one right here, this person's actually a trader. He has two tokens. He has this Slotana and the SPL token, which is the one we're looking at right now. We're going to look at the other one, which is this one right here. All right, we're going to click on this one, see if it's a new wallet. So this guy has really good track record. This guy has Michi, he has Popcat, he has Donald Trump. So this is a legitimate buy right here from this this person. So this tells me, okay, you know what? This Kirby might actually have legs. So we're going to do this just for video purposes. I'm going to show you guys. We're going to buy 0.5 here into Kirby. So we're buying it at 13K market cap. So this is going to teach you guys how to never lose in this game. So what we're going to do here now is we are going to be like, okay, I want to sell before this actually hits 20K. But what I want to do is I just want to make sure I pull my initials. So what we're going to do is we're going to go to limit. We're going to go to 75 right here. And we are going to put this at 19K, okay? So at 19K, guys, we are going to be able to pull our initials here. And we should be able to get at least, let's see. We should be able to get our initials right here. So let me make sure this is at 19K. And we're just going to leave someone, in case this flies, it flies. But we're going to take our initials up here, okay? And that should pull up our initials. And we're also going to set up a factor where if for some reason it starts dipping, I still want to take profit. So I'm going to do 100 right here. And we are going to set a limit here. Once again, I'm going to put one right here. And I want to see where this actually dips, where I could still recover. So I'm going to put it like right here, and that should still give me a little bit of profit. So right here, we're never losing, okay? So if this for some reason, and you guys are seeing this in real time, if for some reason this dips below here, it's going to sell for me, and it's automatically going to pull my pretty much whatever I got into, and I'm not going to lose. I'm going to actually gain a little bit. It's not going to be a lot, but I'm not losing. Now, if for some reason this were to bounce back and go all the way to 20, it's going to go ahead and give me a nice, a nice sell as well, to where I get more profit. So as you see right there, I got a nice little bounce back. It didn't sell, so the order did catch it right there. It's creating the order, but it's actually going to be selling in an upward trend here. And now we look at our position here. This is pretty much what happened. So we went ahead and we invested 0.05. We haven't sold, okay? It's still holding strong right there. That's why it's always good to sell parameters, because if you know exactly where things are going, you could actually do really, really well in this game. And as you see, guys, we have 0.5 invested, another major sell here. All right, another sell off here. And as you see, our sell limit disappeared because the transaction didn't go through. So as you see right here, that one actually affected me a little bit, because if that resistance would have been there, we would have been fine from this major dip that we had. Okay, so now it actually sold, but the order came in late. Now, the reason why the order came in late on this one is because we have different settings here. We have the degen setting, we have the 8 setting, and we have the sniper setting. So for these tokens, you always want to be in this, in a right setting. But as you see right there, I still ended up being profitable because I invested 0.0599 and I ended up with 0.5152. Now, regardless of what happened, I always ended up winning regardless. I didn't lose. And this is literally what I'm trying to teach you guys, because this coin had two upward sides. It had the upward sides of going up and selling up here, or it had the upward side of going down. But since I was able to put in my factors there where I'm never losing, even though it's not a big gain, it's actually a gain nonetheless, because I get to keep my soul, right? And I'm not losing on my soul, which makes it really, really good. So that is how you want to be trading when it comes to trading on Pump.Fun. You always want to make sure that you're always getting your initials. You're never losing, because you always want to make sure you leave a nice little moon bag in case this blows up and it goes to radium and it hits 1 million. You want to make sure you have some skin in the game when you're in Pump.Fun. Now, I only put in a little bit of soul. It was only like 80 soul, but if you put 5 soul, 3 soul, 1 soul, it's still going to allow you to be able to maximize your gains as long as you're pulling your initials early and letting it ride, or you're setting a nice perimeter where you're not going to lose whatever amount that you put in. You're actually going to gain. It might not be a lot, but you're actually gaining. And that is how you never lose when it comes to, trading in Pump.Fun. All right, guys, so now that you saw how it's done, these steps should actually help you guys from avoiding getting rugged, avoiding getting farmed, by learning to identify the icons, learning to see if there's a brand new wallet, and learning how to filter good coins from bad coins. Now, this is not going to 100% save you guys, because I can't tell you when to sell or if a natural disaster happens. But if you follow these steps and you follow these tips, you will almost always win when it comes to Pump.Fun. I hope you guys are finding this videos helpful, and I know you guys want to see live trades here on the channel pretty soon. So we're working on that, trying to see if we could do like a live stream maybe once a week where we live trade with you guys and help you guys kind of learn how to kind of avoid getting rugged and how to always get profit. If you want to make sure you get into some coins that I'm actually getting into, make sure you guys follow me on X. Link is down below. I do make some really good calls that I'm actually involved in, or that I am actually, trading in. So make sure you guys follow us there. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. And don't forget to supercharge your crypto needs.